Hello, I'm Karen Clements, and I'm the Chief Nursing Officer at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. I'm here today with Kegan Sullivan, who is my Millennial mentor. Good morning, Kegan.
Morning.
How are you today?
Doing wonderful.
Good. Will you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, and why did you choose DH and why NISCU?
Yeah, my name is Kegan Sullivan. I work in NISCU. We're from, my family and I have a lovely wife that works in X-ray, and then we have a little, almost 3-year-old son named Beckett. We moved here from Illinois so we could get some nice school districts because he's getting ready to get into school, and then my wife also has family in Vermont. So I visited once here and we loved the area, so that's why we moved. The reason I chose NISCU is because you guys have a wonderful new grad program here, and so the choices that were given to me, NISCU was probably my favorite choice because when I was in school I also did some time on the neuro ICU floor. So it just seemed to fit in really well, and I've enjoyed it ever since.
Great. And how long have you been with us now?
Since January.
Since January. So you're still kind of a new
Still
guy,
new.
right?
Still new.
And so how is the new grad program so far?
It's really great. I've felt supported since day one, which is great. The preceptor program was really good. Was fortunate enough to have 2 preceptors, and then that stayed consistent my whole time. So I felt that that really set me up for success.
Great, great. It's good to hear that feedback. Now, this video today is actually your idea.
It is.
You know, when we first met, thank you for being my mentor, but you said, you know, you don't want to listen to me talk on and on for an hour, so why don't you do some short YouTube videos? You remember that, right?
Yes, I do.
So this is your fault that you're here, and so tell us more about why you think these little short vignettes will be successful.
As we all know, everybody that works in the hospital, no matter what your job is, we're very busy, and so part of that work-life balance, right, is finding, you know, how can I make the most of my work time here and then life at home. So the YouTube video kind of presents an opportunity to be able to learn about different opportunities that Dartmouth presents, whether it be education, financial help, or retirement, or anything like that that you might not know about or have forgotten about, and you can just watch a short YouTube video at home. That way you're not having to come in for a 1-hour briefing and then, you know, not really wanting to be at work again. So it's just the easier way for that to happen, I think. So
those are great ideas, and we'll definitely take those suggestions. Do you think that the use of social media is also helpful, you know, for this generation to kind of connect?
Absolutely. I feel, as we know, most people are on their phones quite a bit. So at home, it's just an easy way to connect.
Great.
So,
great.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, we plan to do several of these, so thanks for those great ideas. What other technology do you think we should invest here at Dartmouth-Hitchcock?
It's funny that you bring that up. A lot of times, especially on night shift, you just talk random thoughts, right, when you're
yes,
charting.
I remember
so
those
yes, something we were thinking of on our floor is it would be nice to have like a tablet or like a smartphone device while you're in the room for every nurse, and so that way when you do a Q2 turn, or if you're doing, you just empty the Foley or something like that, you can just chart it while you're in the room instead of having to go back out. And then, you know, it never fails that another call bell goes off, and then you're like, was it 400, 500 that I emptied out? So maybe like a smartphone or a tablet for every nurse to have, that would be awesome.
That's awesome, because that's great, because that is going to be on our next year's agenda, is
Amazing.
to get some sort of device to bring all those wonderful platforms that we have now. What do we have, 4 or 5 platforms that we're working on into one, so to make life easier for nursing, so thank
Great.
you. So when it comes to reward and recognition, what do you think would be meaningful for nurses?
That's a tough question.
It is a tough
So
question.
it often depends, I think, on the nurse and the type of person they are. I feel as though Dartmouth does a really good job already of recognizing nurses. Some people like their picture to be posted everywhere. Other people, like myself, do not. I just like you know, hey, good job, keep up what you're doing. Even a nice email is fine by me. So I think Dartmouth already does a really good job. Not really, other than maybe just, you know, a nice recognition and an email out, which I think we already do a good job of, but not really much.
Do you read all your emails?
I try to read all my emails. Yeah.
Do we send out too many emails?
Do you send, no?
Not me personally,
no.
but Dartmouth-Hitchcock in general?
I mean, no. I don't
Okay.
feel as though.
Oh, good, good.
feel like
So we
it's a-
try to use different media, as you know, but good.
Yeah.
Good, I don't want to send
Email's
too
the
many.
most consistent, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get, you know, I've seen your picture, so people are at least reading them, right? All right. So we talk about work-life balance a lot. We talk about resiliency a lot. Do you have any ideas or suggestions, or, you know, 1 or 2 things that we that I could do to help manage that for you and for the nurses here at Dartmouth-Hitchcock?
Once again, something that's really beneficial for me is the self-scheduling. I know we try to, I think our goal is at least 80% of what you request. I mean, to be 100 would be amazing, right? Other than that, can't guarantee that. So the self-scheduling is really nice. Recently, like with nurses, I feel like there's a huge burnout rate, unfortunately. So finding just unique ways maybe to, not necessarily at work, but how can we support you at home, right? So maybe discounts at like a massage place or something that is like, you know, for you taking care of yourself, because self-care I feel as nurses we're not very good at. So maybe finding a unique way to blend that in.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that answer is, but
maybe that's another video about what is available in the Upper Valley.
absolutely.
Okay, great, good. What else do you think you could share with our viewers that that we could be doing better in leadership or with each other? Because sometimes it's about working with each other.
So something, I mean, I'm still young, only 28, but I've learned in my time is when you go to your leadership, right, having a solution for your problem and not just problems. And then also leadership utilizing the people that are working the floor and that are putting in the hours, you know, on the floor, and what, if they have problems, asking like, hey, do you guys have any solutions for whatever problem it may be, instead of trying to tackle it alone. So having kind of an open door policy within, you know, the realm of you still respect that they're your boss or your nurse manager, but having open door policy that you can talk to and then not be afraid to bring up ideas and suggestions. But like I said, not just problems, but also solutions.
Bring the solutions, great. Anything else you'd like to share about being my mentor or anything else that we can be doing here at Dartmouth?
I just look forward to the opportunity to hopefully find more unique ways to keep people here at Dartmouth and help the new grads especially feel supported. I know Vizient seems to be doing its job in keeping us all supported. So,
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, again, thank you very, very much for being my mentor and taking the time to do our video today.
No problem. Thank you.